Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and begin with subjects and predicates. So, a sentence needs a subject and a predicate. A subject is what the sentence is about, the predicate is the verb, and together these express a complete thought. So, for example, Anna and Elsa are the princesses in Frozen. Olaf the snowman loves summer. So, your complete subject is the noun, pronoun, or group of words acting as a noun plus any modifiers that tells who or what the sentence is about. So, for example, Anna and Elsa are the subjects of the sentence. The lunchbox on the counter is your complete subject. It is on the counter is a prep phrase that's describing the lunchbox. So because lunchbox is your simple subject and it has something describing it, that's all part of your complete subject. Your complete predicate is the verb or verb phrase plus any modifiers and complements that tells what the complete subject does or is. Here are your complete predicates. So part of a predicate, complete predicate, can be at the beginning of a sentence. Usually those are adverbs, like yesterday or an adverb phrase in 1919, because even though it's at the beginning of the sentence, it's modifying the verb, and so it belongs with the complete predicate. What I'd like you to do right now is pause the recording and draw a line between the complete subject and predicate in each of these sentences. You only need to write the words that surround the line. Do keep in mind, though, that some parts of the predicates may come at the beginning of a sentence. Once you're done writing those down, go ahead and continue the recording. Okay, so your simple subject and predicate. Your simple subject is the essential noun, pronoun, or group of words acting as a noun that cannot be left out of the sentence. The tall, dark strangers walked down the dusty road together. Strangers is your simple subject. A wild horse ran through the canyon. Horse is your simple subject. Your simple predicate is the essential verb or verb phrase that cannot be left out of the complete predicate. So, Sheriff Jones quickly captured the outlaw. Captured is your verb. The flowers in the vase were fading fast. Were fading is your verb phrase. Essentially, your simple subject and simple predicate is the essential, most minimal part of the sentence. So, strangers walked. Strangers is your subject, walked is your verb. Essentially, that's what the sentence is about. You can find the subject or the verb in a couple different ways. To find the subject, you can ask what word tells what the sentence is about, and then ask what did that subject do to find your verb. Or you can ask what word expresses action or a state of being, and then to find the subject, ask who or what before the verb. You can have a compound subject or a compound verb. Essentially, your compound subject is two or more subjects that share a verb joined by a conjunction. Your compound verb, two or more verbs that share a subject and are joined by a conjunction. Go ahead and pause the recording again and write the simple subject and simple verb down. There may be compounds in these sentences. When you're done, continue the recording. There are some hard to find subjects and a few things to keep in mind about those. The subject of a sentence is never there or here. Usually those are adverbs that answer the question where. Sometimes they just begin the sentence, and other times it's called an expletive, but many sentences that do begin with here or there are called inverted sentences. The subject follows the verb. So typical sentence order is subject and then verb. So when it's inverted, the verb is going to come before your subject. So you have to rearrange the sentence so that you have subject-verb order form. Here is the book that I was looking for. Book is your subject. Is your verb. In some declarative sentences, the subject follows the verb in order to receive greater emphasis. So in this sentence, your subject is Sears Tower, Amica Building, and the Hancock Building. and they are among the tallest buildings in the world. Keep in mind, your subject is never going to be found in a prepositional phrase. So when you see a prepositional phrase, like in the cabinet or on the left, cross it out, go ahead, put it in parentheses, draw a line through it, so that you don't accidentally pick it as the subject of the sentence. In interrogative sentences, the subject often follows the verb. So, you are going into town. Samantha is late for the dance. So in these sentences, your subject is going to come before your verb. That's the verb, that's the subject. There we go. In imperative sentences commands, the subject is understood to be you, and that's written in parentheses, and that's called the implied you or the understood you. And that's the same in exclamatory sentences. The subject may just be understood. It may be before the verb. A lot of times it's just a given. Okay.